Are you bored of going on the same holidays year after year? Fancy something different for the Easter break? Planning a school trip and want the kids to have the time of their lives? Then why not try Brexit coach holidays? Because we all know that getting there is half of the fun of any holiday, and now you can make it half of the duration too. And with Brexit coach holidays, you'll get to revel in the best bit of any journey: waiting in a car park at Dover. Luxuriate in your own choice of seating. Do you perch at the front like a goody two-shoes, or join the bad boys at the back of the bus? Marvel at the huge range of snacks that your mother has packed for you, I hope, because there's nothing available on board. Hold your breath as your phone battery ticks down with no way of charging it. And of course also hold your breath if you're sat anywhere near the toilet. We all know us Brits love a queue, but if you're lacking motivation, simply imagine there's a dead queen at the end of it, and you'll be delighted to wait. As long as no celebrities try and push in, and don't worry, they definitely won't. As you sit for hour after hour, you'll have plenty of time to gaze in wonder at your lovely blue passport. Ample compensation for your tarmac time. Is a little stamp in a book really worth a 12-hour wait? Well, you wouldn't ask that about a penny black. Because remember, Brexit coach holidays are only possible because of Brexit, but they also have nothing to do with Brexit. Clear? It's a conundrum you'll have plenty of time to ponder. So enjoy your lay-by layoff a few hours in France, and then come back across the channel in a small boat and you'll be sent straight to the Ritz, no doubt. Brexit coach holidays, because it's what you wanted and you're going to blimmin' well enjoy it. The largest NHS strike in years continues this week. So, Mr. Junior Doctor, it's just Doctor. Mr. Junior Doctor, do you enjoy watching people die? What? Well, by striking, you're probably killing people. Do you get off on that? No, of course not. We're actually doing this to save the NHS. Suppose somebody dies this week because of a missed appointment. You're basically smashing their head in with a hammer, aren't you? I don't think that's fair. But you think a 35% pay rise is fair? Well, it's not really a pay rise. It's more restoring the pay to levels it should have been. But I thought being a doctor was a vocation. Well, it is. In fact, it's a vocation and a privilege, and yet you want to be paid for your privilege. Isn't that a bit gauche? Look, if the government doesn't start paying junior doctors properly, they'll all keep leaving for places they can get a better quality of life, like Australia. A better quality of life? Have you seen the spiders in Australia? At least I'd be able to get an appointment with somebody who could treat me for the bites. We hear this week that one of the leaders of the strike action is actually on annual leave this week to attend a friend's wedding. Are you saying that doctors shouldn't be allowed time off? If you really believed in saving lives, you'd never go to sleep, let alone on holiday. When do you think these strikes will end? You need to talk to the government about that. Well, we did ask to speak to a minister about this, but no one was available. Typical. So instead, we sent our prettiest undercover reporter to pretend to be from a pharmaceuticals company and speak to them on the promise that they'd get £10,000 for an hour of their time. You're not recording this, are you? I have been caught out before. Can I make it clear, I would never break the rules. Just have to check what the rules are first. Is this against the rules? No? I'll take your word for it. You're sure you're not recording this? Yeah, some companies are cute with hospitality. They keep everything under £300. So, like, you could take me out to a restaurant, but as long as it doesn't cost more than £300, I don't have to declare it. What, my dinner of choice? I'd probably say a McDonald's meal deal and £290 in cash. Junior doctors, a bit like junior ministers. Nobody cares until someone dies. Now, I don't think we're exploiting their good nature. No, they're just not motivated by money in the same way. Unlike, bankers or Tory MPs who absolutely have to be paid a lot of money because we know what we're doing is morally wrong. Yeah, I'd be happy to ask a question in the House for you. Just don't fill it with jargon. I'm only the health minister. I'm not actually medically qualified. Thank God. All of that debt and training, some mugs game. More on that story later when the minister discusses the current cabinet with some surprising results. Kill, snog, snog, marry, then kill. Already snogged, so kill. The British farming industry has struggled in recent years, with Brexit, energy prices and climate change all taking their toll. But there's another kind of agriculture that is thriving: rage farming. Our Making People Angry on the Internet correspondent, Jonathan Goodenough, has more. Yes, that's right. In a world of division and polarisation, some political figures have found a great way of driving engagement online: provoke sheer anger and outrage. So how does it work? Well, say you're the deputy chairman of the Conservative Party and you haven't had enough attention recently. You'd simply tweet about going on holiday in the UK and imply that anyone travelling abroad is somehow unpatriotic. Right. Then sit back and enjoy as people queue up to tell you you're being ridiculous, thereby driving engagement and increasing your reach. Okay, but you still come across like an idiot. An idiot with lots of engagement. Is it only the Conservatives who do this? Not at all. If you're Labour, you can share a graphic of the Prime Minister which picks on one of the few things he's not personally responsible for getting wrong, then pat yourselves on the back as it gets thousands of shares from people telling you they're disgusted. So they're literally farming outrage. Yes, fury, irritation and astonishment are all being cultivated on a massive scale. And how does this help? Sorry? Who is this helping? They're getting a lot of engagement. From people who are angry at them. Well, there's no such thing as bad publicity. But as a type of farming, does it nourish or feed anything? The never-ending ravening maw of the 24-hour attention economy? Is this only for politicians? Not at all. That's the great thing about rage farming. It's available to anyone with a social media account, a dream, and absolutely no sense of shame or embarrassment. It's easy. How? Well, you could start by claiming that a classic, much-loved film is rubbish, or that sport is only for kids. But for best results, simply make up something about a country or a group of people and present it as fact. For example, Americans have never heard of kettles, women can't ride bicycles, or Europeans don't eat lunch. Are those real things people have said? They certainly are. That's absolutely ridiculous. Where's my phone? I need to correct them. Let the harvest begin. Thank you, Jonathan. Next up, as former Quantum Prime Minister Liz Truss blames high tax rates on wokeness, we ask, are pride flags really that expensive? And when was the last time you blamed all your failures on a vague concept you can't define?